Imagine a small urban garden, once a dull expanse of lawn. Now it bursts with life. A ruby-throated hummingbird, a tiny jewel on wings, darts between crimson bee balm blossoms, its buzzing a serenade to the morning. This isn't a fantasy, it's a testament to the power of transforming even the smallest spaces into thriving wildlife habitats. By making conscious choices about the plants we grow, we can create havens for birds, bees, butterflies, and other creatures that enrich our lives and our planet. These pockets of nature become stepping stones in a fragmented landscape, offering vital resources and refuge for wildlife. This transformation isn't just about aesthetics. It's about restoring the intricate web of life that sustains us all. It's about inviting nature back into our lives, not just as passive observers, but as active participants. And it all begins with understanding the needs of the wildlife we aim to support. Native plants are the foundation of a successful wildlife garden. These plants have co-evolved with local insects, birds, and other animals over millennia, forming intricate relationships that underpin the entire food web. Insects, many of which have specialized feeding habits, rely on specific native plants for sustenance. These insects, in turn, become a crucial food source for birds, reptiles, amphibians, and mammals. Mighty oaks support hundreds of caterpillar species, which are protein-rich snacks for growing birds. Compare this to non-native ornamental trees like ginkgos, which offer little sustenance to local wildlife. By choosing native plants, we're investing in a complex and interconnected ecosystem right in our backyards. These plants are adapted to local climates and soil conditions, making them naturally resilient and low maintenance. They require less watering, fertilizing, and overall pampering compared to their non-native counterparts. Consult local nurseries or online resources to discover the best native plant choices for your region. The soothing sound of trickling water isn't just pleasing to our ears, it's a siren song for thirsty wildlife. Adding a water feature, no matter how small, can significantly enhance your garden's appeal to birds, bees, butterflies, and other creatures. Birds will flock to a simple bird bath for a refreshing dip and a life-sustaining drink, especially during the scorching summer months. Butterflies, with their delicate proboscis, prefer shallow water sources. A shallow dish filled with pebbles and water, offering landing spots, will quench their thirst and provide a place for them to bask in the sun. Even a small pond, if space allows, can become a thriving ecosystem, attracting dragonflies, frogs, and other aquatic life. Adding a small pump or fountain to create movement and sound will further enhance the appeal of your water feature to wildlife. Remember, even a small source of water can make a world of difference to thirsty creatures, transforming your garden into a true oasis. Just like us, wildlife needs shelter from the elements and protection from predators. Providing a variety of sheltering options in your garden will make it a more welcoming and secure haven for a wide range of creatures. Birdhouses, strategically placed and sized appropriately for different species, offer nesting sites for cavity nesting birds like bluebirds, chickadees, and wrens. Dense shrubs and thickets provide cover and nesting opportunities for birds and small mammals. Consider planting native shrubs like serviceberries, viburnums, and dogwoods, which offer both food and shelter throughout the year. A brush pile in a quiet corner of your yard might seem like clutter to us, but it's a valuable habitat for insects, amphibians, and small mammals seeking refuge. Rocks, logs, and even fallen leaves left undisturbed provide hiding places for insects and amphibians, offering protection from predators and temperature extremes. This structural diversity provides more niches for different species to occupy, making your garden a thriving community rather than a simple collection of plants. Creating a haven for wildlife means rethinking our approach to garden maintenance. Pesticides and herbicides, while effective in eliminating unwanted pests and weeds, can have devastating consequences for the very creatures we aim to attract. These chemicals don't discriminate. They harm beneficial insects, pollinators, and other wildlife along with the intended targets. Insects, often seen as pests, are actually the foundation of the food web. Birds, especially during their nesting season, rely heavily on insects to feed their young. By using pesticides, we're essentially eliminating a crucial food source for these birds and disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Instead of reaching for chemical solutions, let's embrace a more holistic approach to gardening. By choosing natural solutions, we create a safer and more hospitable environment for all creatures, including ourselves. A truly wildlife-friendly garden provides for the needs of its inhabitants throughout the year, not just during the warmer months. Consider the changing needs of wildlife as the seasons turn and adapt your gardening practices accordingly. In the fall, allow leaves to accumulate under trees and shrubs, providing natural mulch and overwintering habitat for insects and other creatures. Instead of cutting back all your plants in the fall, leave some seed heads and stems standing. These provide valuable food sources for birds throughout the winter months and offer visual interest to the winter landscape. Plant late-blooming flowers like asters and goldenrods to provide nectar for pollinators preparing for winter. In winter, provide a source of unfrozen water for birds and other animals. A heated bird bath or a simple de-icer can make a world of difference during freezing temperatures. Remember, by gardening with the seasons in mind, we can create a haven for wildlife throughout the year. Transforming your garden into a wildlife habitat isn't just about doing the right thing for the environment, it's also about enriching your own life. By inviting nature in, you're opening the door to a world of wonder, entertainment, and endless fascination. Imagine sipping your morning coffee to the cheerful chorus of birdsong or watching in awe as a hummingbird performs its aerial acrobatics at your feeder. Witnessing the life cycle of a butterfly, from caterpillar to chrysalis to its triumphant emergence as a winged beauty, is an experience that connects us to the marvels of the natural world. Observing the intricate relationships between plants and animals, the predators and prey, the pollinators and the pollinated, deepens our understanding of the interconnectedness of all living things. Children especially benefit from the opportunity to connect with nature in their own backyards. These experiences foster a sense of wonder, curiosity, and respect for the natural world, shaping the environmental stewards of tomorrow. Creating a wildlife habitat is about cultivating a sense of place, a deeper connection to the natural world, and a renewed appreciation for the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. While a single wildlife garden might seem like a small drop in the bucket, its impact extends far beyond its boundaries. Each patch of habitat, no matter how small, contributes to a larger network of green spaces that support biodiversity and ecosystem health. When we plant native species, provide water sources, and create shelter, we're not just helping the wildlife in our own backyards, we're contributing to the well-being of entire populations. Birds, insects, and other animals don't recognize property lines. They move freely across the landscape, seeking food, water, and shelter wherever they can find it. Your garden, once a barren patch of lawn, can become a vital stepping stone, connecting fragmented habitats and allowing wildlife to move more freely and safely. This interconnectedness is crucial for maintaining genetic diversity, allowing wildlife populations to adapt to changing environmental conditions. By supporting biodiversity in our own backyards, we're contributing to the overall health and stability of the planet. Imagine a world where neighborhoods are transformed into mosaics of interconnected wildlife habitats, where the hum of pollinators replaces the drone of lawnmowers, and where children grow up surrounded by the wonders of nature. This vision, while ambitious, is within reach if we collectively embrace the power of our own backyards. Talk to your neighbors, share your passion for wildlife gardening, and encourage them to create their own backyard habitats. Organize a native plant swap, share seeds, and offer advice on creating wildlife-friendly spaces. Together, we can transform our communities into havens for biodiversity, support local conservation organizations working to protect and restore natural habitats in your area. By working together, we can create a healthier, more vibrant, and more sustainable future for all. Creating a wildlife habitat in your backyard doesn't require a complete overhaul or a huge time commitment. Start small, with a few native plants, a bird bath, or a small brush pile. Observe the wildlife that visits, learn their habits, and gradually expand your efforts over time. Don't be afraid to experiment, to make mistakes, and to learn as you go. Gardening for wildlife is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the process, enjoy the discoveries along the way, and take pride in knowing that you're making a difference. Every plant you choose, every water source you provide, every bit of shelter you create brings you one step closer to realizing the vision of a world where humans and wildlife coexist in harmony.